It's the night of September 20th, 1863. The final shot rang out into the darkness, ending one of the bloodiest battles to ever take place on Georgia soil. 28,399 soldiers lay dead or injured on the Chickamauga battlefield. That night, something was awoken, feeding on the spirits of the departed souls. It bore green eyes, and it took the shape of a man. Today, we all know it as Old Green Eyes. Thousands have covered his story, but that night, something else was released. Something with a blue glow. It marches the battlefields, protecting the spirits of the departed from Old Green Eyes, keeping it in the darkness of the forest. Old Green Eyes won't ever come into the field or beyond the rocky outcrop he is associated with. What is this blue misted being? Let's find out. Cody Lamb, our brother over at the Imaginary Appalachian channel, submitted a story telling all what this thing is. So join me as we read, going in search of the answers we seek. This one's titled The Watcher in Blue. Appalachia. The mountains are like no other. From its rigid terrain, beautiful wildlife, to the people that live their lives here, to the strange, unexplained stories that folks share. Join me while I share this amazing place, one story at a time. I came across this story a while back. Everyone has heard of Old Green Eyes from the Chickamauga battlefield. There is a lesser known spirit from Chickamauga called the TheWatcherInBlue. According to the legend, when the last shot of the battle faded, the spirits of those who lost their lives did not leave. Old Green Eyes was already there, older than the war, older than the names of the hills and creeks. He watched over the land for thousands of years. It lay in wait for something to give him the energy needed to take some form. In 1863, the bloodshed on that battlefield awoke him fully. Thousands fell in those woods, and on the battlefield became a place where death lingered long after the living were gone. Old Green Eyes wandered freely. Visitors disappeared. Night guards ran in fear. That forest grew hostile after the sun went below the trees, and its rays no longer shone across the land. That's when it happened. The Watcher in Blue arose. No one knows his real name. Some say he was a Union soldier who refused to retreat, mortally wounded, still standing guard over the wounded left behind. Others believe he was neither hero or officer, just a man who chose to protect instead of run from his final moments. What is known is this. Every night as the sun sinks below the ridges, he appears. He is seen as a faint blue figure moving through the fog, rifle over his shoulder, eyes hollow but undetermined. Where old Green Eyes watches from the tree line, the watcher walks the paths. When the forests grow silent, his presence brings the sound back. Crickets, the wind, distant echoes of marching feet. At dusk, old Green Eyes stirs in the deepest woods, its green glow burning through the fog like two lanterns. It tests the battlefield, creeping towards visitors who linger too long, feeding on fear and confusion. And every night, the watcher intercepts him. The struggle is not seen as claws and gunfire, but shifts in the land itself. Sudden gust of wind, fog bursting open, trees groaning as it pushed back. Visitors who swear they were lost suddenly find themselves back on the trail, guided by a soft blue glow behind them. Rangers speak of nights when radios fail completely, then crackle back to life with a single phrase whispered through the static. Move 'em out. When dawn approaches, old Green Eye retreats, slipping back into the deepest woods where it cannot follow the sunrise, leaving a quiet over the battlefield. The legend says, if the watcher ever fails, if his strength fade, or visitors stop honoring the land, old Green Eyes will roam freely once again. That is why the battlefield is protected not by fences or signs, but by unending war fought every night between an ancient thing that on death and a soldier who refused to stop standing guard. We've all heard that story of old Green Eyes so many times. Almost any channel that does the supernatural, the paranormal, Appalachian history, even battlefield type things mention old Green Eyes. But not one time have I ever heard of the Blue Watcher. Sounds like we need to be thankful for him. Because if old Green Eyes gets out, he draws off your fear, feeding on confusion, causing hysteria, making people not want to come back. But that's when the Watcher in Blue brings the peace back to the land. I want to say a special thank you to Cody Lamb for submitting this awesome story, and so very well written, if I may say so myself. Absolutely appreciate you, brother. Thank you. If you have a story like this that Cody sent in, feel free to contact us in the comments or by email, which is myerstalesofappalachia@gmail.com. We appreciate each and every one of you guys who participate in the channel. It makes it so worth it. But folks, I want to thank you for sitting and listening to the story of the Watcher in Blue. We appreciate you listening. We love you to pieces. And I'll see you next time.